Dawson Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here. Welcome to my review for the deluxe Neo DecaDriver from Kamen Rider Geo. This was the upgraded version that Diend had for his driver, just like Decade had for his, which he got from somewhere. They totally explained it for sure. Let's go ahead and get started with the most exciting thing about it. The card holder it comes with. You know, you can see this slick card holder that's like this all black design with this logo on it. And you can open it up and store like 1/8 of all the cards you probably have if you've gotten all these. So yeah, that's a thing, and you can clip it onto your belt or whatever. Just real quick look at the box before we get started. You can see there on the front is a power morpher. No, that's the DienDriver, obviously. You can see it. And then there's Diend there. Shows you the cards it comes with and the fact that it focuses on secondary riders, pretty much similar to the Decade packaging. Okay, now getting to the main event. This is basically the same thing except super blue, not ultra. Kind of like Decade's was an ultra pink version, or magenta, excuse me. As opposed to white. Like, the more I think about it, these kind of remind me of like Bandai or just in general US toy repaints where they'll have like extra molds, so they're like, let's just paint it all one color and then sell it again. Good work, Johnson. So we have that, and I'll be honest, I do prefer the design of the original. We'll get into a comparison here in a second, but it's a decent size. I mean, it looks good for what it's supposed to be, even if I'm kind of not a fan of the super blue color. It makes it look like exactly what I was talking about, sort of like the B-list toy version what I was talking about. As for sounds, if you don't have any cards, which seems impossible since this comes with some, you just can do this, and you got the two LEDs coming from right there. Here it is. This is the complete selection DienDriver, not the original recipe one, but it's the same dimensions, but you can see the differences in design color. I just generally prefer the design color on this one. As far as sound differences, I'm not going to show every card and every one on each of these because there's a lot of overlap. It's very similar to the Decade ones, where this does play sounds that this one doesn't for the other riders you get and beyond what this came with. But this one doesn't have some of the detail work, which we'll get into in a minute. I'm going to go over the core sounds for this, and then I'll sort of show off what some of the differences are between these and some of the DecaDrivers and stuff. But like, I don't want to waste your time by showing you every sound in like a 40-minute video, especially since I can link to the other two videos and you'll be able to see them. But shortly here I will explain exactly what I mean by some of the differences. But I wanted to get that visual comparison out of the way. As for what it comes with a bunch of cards as per usual. You actually get all of the Rider Final Form cards, which do have unique transformation sounds within the Neo DecaDriver, which we'll be showing off after we do the main sounds. So that's super cool. It gives you a little bit of extra playability if you're collecting all these, and it's just kind of neat to have them, you know, if you're into the cards. And then obviously you have your standard Diend cards, and then you have the secondary riders, and like, see what I was talking about with, there's like a piece of fuzz there. Like, Garen will not read on the DienDriver. Like, if you put it in, it'll go, at least on mine. But Ibuki's one of the ones that will. So a couple of them will be read, other ones will not. So this one does stuff that the complete selection one does not. So you have all these guys here, and then you have their attack ones. But let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm just going to go in order, since that makes sense in my head and everyone else's head, and just, you know how it is. So let's go ahead and start. From here on out for these, I'm going to just show the voice, considering you can see it just makes the same sound, so like you don't need to hear that like 20 times. Okay, so we had all the main ones. Now, of course, you have your obvious normal ones like the Henshin card. Diend's own complete form card right here. How have they also not done the DK touch yet? It's kind of insane. Alright, now we get on to the secondary rider cards. Alright, similar concept for these, since you don't need to hear the same sound after each one, I'm just going to do the voices. I'm hearing the voices! Alright, now we got some attack cards, as per usual. I wish they had more different sounds for the attacks. Like, I get it for all the riders, whatever, but that's kind of ridiculous. For the attacks... Alright, and last one for his main batch. Alright, and that is about it for what it comes with, as far as like basically its deck of cards that is included with it. Now for a couple examples, just to show you what the differences are between this and the complete selection one. So here we have a form ride card. So it'll just say form ride Kiva. Now for the complete selection one, it will say the specifics. So that's basically what you're in for when it comes to that. So it just is kind of a matter of what's important to you, but it will read it. Like here we go now is an attack ride card for Hibiki. It'll just say the generic like attack ride, this rider here. So you can see like that's what makes it the complete selection. And as I said, this video will be linked multiple times in this video, so if you're interested in seeing the unique sounds this makes if you haven't seen them before, then that's what that is for. Just for a couple other quick examples of some other cards just to show you like examples of what it will work with. Here's Geo from the Decade set, showing you that this works here. And then you have a final attack ride card from that same set, which is Ghost. And then I have a Showa card to show you that the Showa cards, to show you that they work. There we go. And then I also have one of the third, or the Evil Riders, that came with the previous ones, a couple of them, just to show you. Sucker, Kamen Rider Sucker, I didn't know that. And then the Glaive Riders. Go in your home, there you go. Grave. Yeah, so you get the idea. Basically, you're going to be able to read 90% of the cards you already have if you have them. Some of them won't, with like some errors in the other direction, especially. Like I said, some of them will not read on this. Like this especially won't read the later ones. So we got G3's card here from the new set. So that one will read, right? So, okay, cool. It does the same thing. I only need the cards from this, right? Then you got Wing Knight. and you get error messages. So there's only a couple that will be able to be read of the new ones on this one. So it's basically like, this thing is like the complete selection plus, but also minus. So I'll get into that in the final verdict, but before we wrap things up, let's quickly show off what the new Final Form ride cards do in the Neo DecaDriver.
Kamen Rider. Decay complete form.
Dang, that was a loud one, like, or long one. Just like anytime today, you could wrap it up.
Kamen Rider. Kuga ultimate form.
You could hear that was Kuga Ultimate Foam.
Agito shining form.
No one shines like you, Doc. Think I want you to survive?
Kamen Rider. Flies blaster form. Awakening. Kamen Rider. Blade King form. Evolution King. Kamen Rider. Armed Hibiki. Kamen Rider. They're all Rider form.
I got out of order.
Kamen Rider. Kabuto Hyper form.
Yeah, that got out of order. The timeline changed. Damn it, Barry.
Kamen Rider. Chiba Emperor form. Double Cyclone Joker Extreme. Kamen Rider. O's Totira combo. Force Cosmic States. Kamen Rider. Wizard Infinity Style. Kamen Rider. Gaimu. Kiwami Arms. Kiwami Arms. Kamen Rider. Drive. Type Tridron. Kamen Rider. Ghost Mugen Damashi. Kamen Rider. Exade Muteki Gamer. Kamen Rider. Buildo Genius form. Buildo Genius.
And then also, obviously, you can read Diend's cards as well, like his standard ones, just like before.
Kamen Rider.
And then, you know, his complete form card.
Kamen Rider. Complete form.
And then just to show you, like, the secondary rider stuff. It won't do it.
Kamen Rider. Kamen Rider.
It'll either do error noise or just generic noises. Alright, and that is pretty much it for this thing. As I said, I'll link to the other reviews for these and the complete selections and stuff so you can see all the sounds or hear all the sounds if you want to. I mean, this overall is a neat toy. I think it's cool that they did it, especially something coming from Geo like that. And it's really neat to be able to have more sounds. And I do think it's cool that you're able to unlock more unique Henshin sounds for the Neo DecaDriver, although it comes off as kind of scummy that it's almost like DLC for this. So if you like really want that, you have to get this or find somebody like on the aftermarket that's selling it separately for whatever reason. It's kind of weird though, because with both of these, it's like I said, it's like the complete selection plus, but also minus. Like you get more sounds that you're not getting in the complete selection, but then you're also not getting some sounds that are more refined, which make it complete selection. Meaning if you're a really hardcore Decade fan and you want all the sounds, you basically have to get all 4 of these options, which I really don't think is necessary. I think just kind of pick whichever ones suit you best. Like I personally prefer this version because I like the design better, and I'm like okay with sacrificing the sounds, but just kind of do you. I think all 4 of them are really cool options. Just it's really about what's important to you, which sounds, which style, all that. Anyway, that's about it for this one. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps, entering that bell so you can get notifications from my videos. Till next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.